ball. So yung first thing you need to do is to create a lattice object. So object ang lattice. Dito siya dapat mag-appear. So shift, add, and then ayun na. Okay? So ang lattice kasi kapag in-add mo siya, kunyari yan. Okay, tanggalin ko muna yung ball. Okay, so ito yung lattice. So parang box po siya. So this is actually stretch points. Mga stretch points yan. So later makikita nyo kung saan siya ginagamit. Pero what I want to do is to make sure that yung bola, yun yung i-stretch ko. Kasi yung lattice ko, masyado siyang off dun sa ball. So dapat, halos kasing laki niya lang yung bola and yung bola nasa loob ng box. So that's the rule regarding this, no? So let me remove this. So how do I make this more accurate? Okay, so ang gagawin ko po, changing my view to orthographic and then font. So 5 and 1, so numpad 5 and 1, no, to achieve this view. Okay, so orthographic, ibig sabihin, 2D view, ayan, no, so user orthographic and then 1, front orthographic. Okay? So, ang gusto ko mangyari, kasi dito mag-a-add yung ano ko yung lattice ko. Pag nag-shift A ako, and then pinad ko yung lattice, mag-appear siya doon sa cursor location. So, yung ko mangyari yun. So, I want to be moving the cursor location sa area na to. So, pwede kong i-right-click yung object, and then snap cursor to active, para doon mag-move yung cursor sa gitna ng object ko. So, again, paano po ulit yun? Okay, so right-click nyo yung object nyo. Okay, so right-click your object. Kasi doon natin siya ilalagay sa gitna niyan yung object. So right-click nyo siya, and then snap, and then you have your cursor to selected. So doon nag-appear yung cursor. So pwede rin siyang okay, pwede rin siyang shift S and then cursor to selected para mag-move yung cursor niyo sa selected object. Okay, so ang gagawin ko po this time, I'll be adding the lattice. So, nandun na yung cursor, no? So, lahat ng i-add ko will be appearing doon sa gitna nun. So, currently on front orthographic view. So, ito yung 2D view. So, shift A and then add lattice. So, papangalanan ko to ng ball lattice. Ball lattice. Okay. Nandiyan yung lattice. It's not viewable kasi under the object. No? So, ang gagawin ko, pwede matanggalin yung preview. So, yung wireframe ko na lang para mas kita. So, ito yung, yung lattice ko. So, i-scale ko to para maging halos yung laki ng yung ball. So, para captured siya sa loob. Yan. So, in-scale ko lang using S. Okay, so balik tayo sa 5 and then 1. So, captured naman siya. Like, if gusto ko sakto, I can shrink it. Yan. Okay, so I think that's good. Okay? So, pagbalik ko dun sa user perspective, captured yung ball kasi I modified it based on the 2D view. Kaya for sure, pasok siya doon. Okay? So, meron na rin tayong lattice, pero ang question, how will you apply the lattice dun sa model? Okay? How will you apply the lattice? So, nakapag-insert na tayo ng lattice. Kaso ang problema, it's not currently linked dun sa object. So, ang next step po natin, so madali lang naman pong mag-apply ng lattice, no? So, it can be insert or added like a normal object. Okay, so yung application niya, yung next thing, pag i-apply nyo na siya, select nyo yung object, you need to select the object, and then set modifier. Okay, you need to set a lattice modifier. So, paano po ulit yon? Should be on object mode. Select your object. Pwede rin dito. And then, move to your modifier. So, yung wrench symbol. So, dito rin tayo naglalagay ng array modifier before. no? So I'll be introducing another modifier type, which is lattice. So it is for deforming, no? Actually dito, it's used for deforming your model, no? So we'll be using a lattice. So magkakaroon tayo ng lattice properties dito. Okay, next thing you need to do is to link your lattice. So itong modifier na to doon sa lattice object nyo doon sa collection, which is ito. No, yung ginawa natin kanina. So click nyo lang to. And then lalabas yung all lattices available doon sa list, which is we have one here. No? So select nyo lang yon. Okay? So after selection, that should do the trick of linking the modifier of your sphere, which is, by the way, meron siyang lattice. So meron siyang modifier na lattice. And then meron ka ring lattice na actual object sa workspace mo, which is ito. Okay? So, did it really change anything? Okay? So, try natin, no? So, I'd like to show you if it really works. So, in order for you to test if the lattice is linked doon na po sa lattice na kinrate natin na object, you can move to edit mode and make sure na selected yung lattice nyo dito, hindi yung sphere. Ah. And then, you can click here. And may mga points siya, no? Para siyang cube na may points. So I can select a point and let's say I want to move it. Kung mapapansin nyo po, yung details ng bola, it's moving based on where I move this current point. Which makes more the changes or alteration dun sa object natin more detailed. Okay? Sir, pwede po bang gawin yan without using lattice? Pwede mo siyang gawin, kaso ang problema, you need to modify the actual context ng object, which is medyo matagal, no? Kung isa-isahin mo yung detail. So, mas maganda kung magsaset ka na lang ng lattice and then you apply the squash effect using yung mga points na to. So, for example, I'll be highlighting this points. Pwede ka mag-highlight ng maraming points and then stretch mo siya upwards. Susunod yung model na. Okay? So, I can squash, I can stretch, I can select areas. Ito. Okay? So, I can add modifications dun sa model natin using lattice. And maganda dito, I don't need to modify the actual model. Ang i-edit ko na lang is yung lattice. Okay? So, what are the other changes I can work around with the lattice? So, if you return dun sa sphere natin, so your sphere object, and let's go to object mode. You can increase the strength of the lattice connection kasi currently it's 1.0. So, kapag, let's say, you want to decrease the strength. So, kunyari, 0.2. So, 0.2 yung strength ng lattice. So, ang mangyayari, again, I return to the edit mode. And I move this area. Hindi masyadong susunod yung object. Kasi yung strength ng lattice, it's quite weak. So, 0.2. So, yung details ng changes for the modification of the properties of the model, kumbaga yung hila niya, medyo mahina. Kasi mababa yung strength eh. So, unlike kung ibabalik ko siya doon sa default na, let's say, 1.0, yung 1. Okay, yan yung default niya, and which is yung entirety ng object controlled mo. So, kung i-compare mo yung na-i-stretch ko kanina, mula dito lang, may i-stretch ko na siya ng ganyan. Kanina, bago ko ma-accomplish siya, I need to move through here. Kasi medyo mahina yung pull niya. So, the strength of the stretch can be controlled using the properties of your modifier. No? So, pwede po yun. Babaguhin nyo lang yung strength dito. Okay? So, again, works similar with what we call arrays. Pag in-apply nyo siya, the modifier gets applied and you cannot modify it further. Kasi applied na siya. Okay? So, yun yung main purpose ni Lattice. And what other things can I do here? So, meron akong lattice object and then meron siyang modifier dito. So, always remember na ang modifier na lattice, it needs to be connected to a lattice object. So, dapat connected yan. Okay? So, hindi ibig sabihin nakagawa ka ng lattice dito, meron ka ng lattice dun sa workspace mo. So, always remember, ginawa muna natin, nag-add tayo ng lattice. And then, we add the modifier for your object. So, yun yung step na dapat tinitake to consideration. Okay? So, next, what else can you modify around here? So, yung lattice has properties din. Object properties. Ito po yun. So, properties ng object natin. Wherein, if you are not satisfied with the parent points or control points, kasi limited lang eh. Limited yung control points. Pwede nating taasan. For example, you want to increase yung U to 3. So, magkakaroon po siya ng isang line here on the middle. So, parang loop cut. No? If I increase it by 4, magkakaroon siya ng control points. Dadagdagan ng vertices yan na pwede kong ihilahin. Okay? So, yung V, pag tinaasan ko naman po yung V, it increases. Also, another loop cut on this side naman. Okay? So, sa lahat ng side yan, maglalagay siya. So, let's try to overview naman. Okay? So, that's for the V. Okay? So, if you increase the number of control points using the lattice option, pag nag-move ako sa edit mode, since connected naman yung modifier doon, kahit magdagdag ako ng marami dyan. So, certain areas lang yung may stretch ko. Kasi nagdagdag ako ng control points doon sa lattice. So, if you want to add more detailed stretches doon sa object nyo, pwede naman magdadagdag lang kayo ng lattice. No? Yung resolutions, magdadagdag lang. Okay? So, that's how it works. It's very simple to add lattice. So, again, the steps are, balik tayo dito. So, add your lattice and make sure your lattice composes the outline of your object. No? So, position niya. So, the position of your lattice should be outline of your object. So, ang ma-applyan kasi yung lattice is whatever is inside ng box. Okay? So, next, you select your object, set modifier. So, ang modifier na hanap nyo is lattice. And then, select the lattice object. Okay? So, you select your lattice object. So, you can add, you can further customize the control points of your model by adding more control points or vertices dun sa lattice niya. Okay? So, hopefully, we've understood how to apply lattice. No? Pero hindi ganun talaga kahirap. Ang importante lang, when you create yung lattice, it will appear as a box. Yung object or model nyo should be inside that box. Kasi pag wala, or mas maliit yung lattice doon sa box, yung makokontrol nyo doon sa object, yun nasa loob lang din. Yun nasa loob lang ng box. Hindi dama yung nasa labas